German Chancellor Angela Merkel has arrived in Washington, D.C., where she will meet with U.S. President Barack Obama. CCTV's White House correspondent Jessica Stone joins us with a look at what's on the agenda. Jessica.
Well, Elaine, this is certainly the first time that these two leaders have met since those NSA revelations came out about U.S. spying on Angela Merkel's cell phone. Nevertheless, the last few weeks have certainly been spent by these two leaders coordinating those Russian sanctions as well as aid to Ukraine.
My, how times have changed. Since the meeting of G20 world leaders last September in St. Petersburg, Russia, the G20 has fractured over Russian-supported anti-Kiev protesters occupying buildings in a dozen cities across eastern Ukraine. German Chancellor Angela Merkel comes to the White House Friday after negotiating 3 rounds of sanctions against members of Russian President Vladimir Putin's inner circle. U.S. President Barack Obama is likely to press her to support even broader economic sanctions. But 1/3 of Germany's oil and natural gas comes from Russia, forcing tough choices for the chancellor. Senior U.S. administration officials have said there are discussions on possible counterbalancing measures for nations that pay a heavier economic price than others for further Russian sanctions.
Each nation within the EU, and obviously the United States and other nations, have a different level of a different kind of economic relationship with Russia, and so sanctions will affect different nations differently.
Before the Ukraine crisis brought Germany and the U.S. closer together, revelations of American spying on Chancellor Merkel's mobile phone had injected unprecedented levels of tension into the relationship. This week, a leading German opposition politician called on Merkel to confront Obama on the NSA spying revelations. German reports say the U.S. has so far refused to give Merkel access to her NSA file or answer her questions. Her spokesperson has said that one visit would not clear up the questions she has for the U.S. president.
And Elaine, after the meeting, we do expect to hear from the two leaders in a joint press conference. That will be followed by a working lunch. And Chancellor Angela Merkel is also expected to go to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce to make remarks and really a defense of the EU-U.S. free trade agreement that's being negotiated, known as TTIP. We also should note that just before her arrival at the White House today releasing a big data report and reminding the U.S. government that it still has pledged to work on making non-U.S. persons giving them access to U.S. privacy rights. It seems a little ironic that that's coming just before the NSA conversation likely to take place tomorrow.
And Jessica, any update on those OSCE observers being held hostage in eastern Ukraine? We understand that 4 of the members are German.
Right. So Angela Merkel, the chancellor there, did speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin by phone on Thursday and did urge him to use his influence to get those German and other European monitors freed. For its part, the Kremlin does verify that that conversation took place, but in its statement, it emphasized that Ukraine should remove its troops from southeastern Ukraine. Elaine?
All right, CCTV's Jessica Stone at the White House.